Hey, what's up, guys? Angel Perfect TV Killer back with another action figure review. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Gamerverse series Captain America versus Venom 2-pack. And damn, man, this 2-pack looks really nice. Just looking at these figures from, being in the package, like I could just tell like this Captain America looks hella sick. I think this is the best Captain America, one of the best Captain Americas they've made. And we've seen a lot of good Captain Americas. And I think this is one of, not the best, but I think this is, one of the cooler Venoms they've came out with. I really love the colors and how it looks and all that stuff. So that looks really nice. I can't wait to open that up and see how these two guys are. But yeah, speaking more about the packaging, obviously the front, you see the figures right there. On the side, we see Captain America and obviously the game version of himself. And on the other side, we get the same thing, but for Venom. That looks really nice right there. We have a picture of Venom as well, posed up. And on the back, we just see the two figures here fighting each other, posed up and shit. And that looks really freaking nice. So, yeah, really nice packaging. If you guys seen, I have reviewed the Wolverine versus the Silver Samurai 2-pack, and I'm just, aiming to get almost every figure from this Gamerverse series because I'm really enjoying this series so far. The figures are coming out great. Wolverine and Silver Samurai was amazing, especially that freaking Wolverine, dude. The body and all that stuff was just well made. And I can say the same thing about Captain America here. So far I see everything is just really well made, and I love how his proportions look, and just really nice looking Captain America. And just with the Venom, I like the paint, the blue paint, and just looks really nice. But yeah, with that said, let's get these two guys out of the package and let's get a closer look. And here we have Captain America and Venom outside of their package. And these guys look hella sick out the package. Now, having these two guys here, let's start off. You know what? I want to start off with Venom real quick. So, let's put Captain America here to the side. And let's bring the big guy to the table. Now, first off, I love the color. I love the blues for Venom. Do I prefer him black? Yes, I do. I actually have the other Venom here just to have them side by side. But here you have both of them. You have night and day right there, blue and black. And at the end of the day, I do prefer the black Venom, But for, this being based off the game, and, Venom have sometimes came out the comic books bluish and stuff like that. So I really do dig the blue a lot. It is a very fun look for Venom. I do like it. So I do mess with the blue, going around the figure. Obviously, there's no shading and stuff like that. It's just straight up blue, but it's not bad. We go to the head sculpt right here. We got the half Eddie Brock, half Venom. So that looks very sick right there. I really love how the head sculpt looks for Eddie Brock here. Obviously, they used this head before on other Venoms, but it is nice to see it again for this Venom. Especially that we have seen, Venom open himself up to expose Eddie Brock in the game all the time. Every time he does a emo or anything like that, he always does show, Eddie Brock does show himself outside of the simulator. So I do like how they included this head sculpt. The paint looks very nice on Eddie Brock, obviously right here. Love how he looks right there. The eyes, the hair is well painted as well. What's not painted well is these teeth right here. And the outside looks nice, you look at that right there, looks nice. The tongue's well painted, the red. But then you go to the inside, and then you see that the teeth aren't painted from the inside. So that kind of sucks. That's kind of lazy right there from Hasbro. But, you know what I mean? That's not, it's not the worst thing in the world. But that does irk me a bit. But it is whatever. But here you got the symbol right here, the spider symbol. Well done. It is really well painted, super clean. So Love how that came out. See the symbol from the back. Well done. Really love that. But yeah, I mean, it's not much to talk about Venom here. The arms are new on this guy. If you compare, let's compare the new and the old. People say that this is a redo from this one right here. But I can confirm you guys that the only thing that's old on this figure is the legs. That's it. Everything on top is new. You guys may think is the same, but it is different. I mean, you can tell by the muscles on the chest right here. You can tell is different right there. You can tell the abs are sculpted way differently. The back is sculpted way differently. You can tell right there. So people want to say that the only new thing about this Venom is the arms, but it's not true. The only thing that's old on this figure is the legs. That's about it. But everything else on this Venom is completely new. Like the arms are new, the upper body's new. So that's sick. So not only do we have the blue version, but he also comes with his, newer sculpted body. So that's pretty freaking sick. So I love that this game version of Venom comes with new sculpt. So that's pretty awesome right there. But the articulation, I mean, it is the same from the old one. So, I really don't have to go through it, but we will go through it anyways. The head does go about, let me see, about that far. Not much, but he does a little bit. He does look down all the way. He does have the diaphragm cut right there. Has that nice movement going around. And he does have that lower ab crunch going back and forward. Not bad right there. We go to the arms. He does have that nice butterfly joint, which is better than the old Venoms. The other older one is kind of tighter on that one, but this one has a more, a lot looser. So that is nice, and it looks really damn cool. Love how that looks. Look at that pose. But yeah, his arms go up that far. Not bad. He does have the bicep swivel. He does have the double jointed elbows, and he does swivel on the wrist and bends forward and back. His legs kick up about that far. Not bad at all. And goes back basically nothing. He does have that thigh swivel, which is really freaking tight. I'm not going to keep twisting that right now. He does have that double jointed knees, and he does have the ankle pivot, and his leg does go up that far and goes down that far. So articulation here on Venom is really freaking sick. So I love that. Looks great, painted well. He has the white spots on the hands right there. So glad that they added the white squares on the hand right there. So yeah, I mean, this Venom, well done. I love the paint. I like the he's blue. Really do like the blue Venom. Not, obviously prefer the black, but hey, blue Venom is also freaking sick. Loved playing Venom in the Marvel vs. Capcom games. Mostly preferred the Hulk, but Venom was also fun. Venom was always one of the go-to characters in my team for sure. I think my go-to character was definitely the Hulk. Venom was definitely in that mix. And who I used to use a lot, third, I used to use Wolverine a lot too. It's like he's always fast, so those were my go-to three: Hulk, Venom, and freaking Wolverine. But yeah, this Venom, well done. But now we got before we get done, I want to get through the accessories too. I almost skipped the accessories. So just give me one moment. I'm about to quickly pop Venom's accessories on him right now. And here's Venom with the different things he comes with, like his different hands and his other head sculpt. And I have to say, man, this head sculpt is so freaking sick. I really love this Gamerverse head sculpt for Venom right here. Really love that, man. I love that they brought these like game versions of these characters to figure forms, because I didn't think having a Marvel for this Capcom Venom figure will look this nice, with the head sculpt and shit like that. I really love how this head sculpt came out for Venom. So nice. So I would love to see this like repainted, repainted black, and to see it on like a Venom like this. That's how good this head sculpt is for Venom. So you go closer. The teeth is well sculpted as well, and the teeth are way better painted on this head sculpt than the other one for sure. So that's nice. You go to the tongue, you have the goo, the green goo coming out the tongue, just like the exactly how the game does as well. So that's really sick right there. So yeah, and obviously Venom will come, he comes with the open hands right there. Really nice. So yeah, Venom doesn't really come with anything, just comes with different hands and the other head sculpt, which looks really badass right there. You know what Venom should have came with? That one move where he like has this like a whole like mouth, like opening like a really like humongous mouth, looking like a freaking crocodile, alligator come out his body, just like opening his mouth, big bite. They should have like have an accessory like that for Venom. They should have had something with him, at least some tendrils or something like that, because he does feel like just a tiny bit empty-handed. I think he could have come with something, like a tendril or like something like a big mouth or something like that. But even without that, this Venom is still badass. So hell yeah. Well, that was Venom right there. So now we're gonna bring Venom to the side, and now we're gonna bring the main man, Captain America, the first Avenger. So first thing about this Captain America is I love how this Captain America is sculpted. This Captain America looks really, really bulky, so I really love that. I love how the star is sculpted. I just love how everything is sculpted on this Captain America. The head sculpt looks really freaking nice. I love the head sculpt of this Captain America. There's some, some weird paint going around, like this, a weird smudge right there. That kind of sucks. There's some smudges behind the ears. There's a lot of, you see like right there. Like, that's too much blue going on the ear right there. So there's some weird, paint thing, overlaps going around the head right here. But not in areas that is super noticeable. But yeah, the ear, there's some blue going into here. That kind of sucks right there. So, but, I'm not going to be looking at that too much. I'm mostly going to be looking at the front. But yeah, there's some weird paint going on around the head. But, nonetheless, the head sculpt is really well done. I mean, the front is painted well. You see the mask. You see his eyes well painted right there. The A right there is well painted as well. And throughout the whole figure too, the star, the red lines going down, the belt. Yeah, everything about this figure is, well done. Well painted too, but besides a little bit of the paint right there in the head. But everything else on this figure looks really nice, even to the boots right here. So yeah, then we go to the shield. Again, well painted. Love how that looks right there. You can, you can literally see my light shining through his shield. So yeah, this is a really, really nice looking Captain America. So I really love how this guy definitely came out. Recently got the other Captain America, the what's it called? The Secret Wars Captain America. Recently got that one. I'm here thinking like, damn, that's my definitive Captain America. That's my number one. Like, you can't beat that Captain America. This is a well done Captain America. But then I seen this one and I'm like, nah, man, this Captain America is bulkier. The sculpt for me just looks better. So I really wanted to get my hands on this Captain America. So this is really freaking cool. So yeah, that's the sculpt. I mean, the gloves look nice. You know, everything about this character looks really damn nice. Well done. But not only that, but the articulation is nice too. Captain America looks up really damn well. He looks down all the way. He does have some butterfly joints, some really nice butterfly joints as well. Really love that. His arms does go up about pretty far. His arms go about that far up. Does have that bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. He does he swivel on the, no, he does not. He does swivel on the wrist though, and he does bend forward and back. He does have the ab crunch right there, just a regular ab crunch. I'm not gonna lie, I wish he had a diaphragm cut so freaking bad, man. I mean, I don't mind the ab crunch at all, but man, like a diaphragm cut would have been so freaking nice for Captain America. But, you know, then again, I mean, this Captain America, you know, the articulation is still good, but fuck, man, that diaphragm cut would have been so much better. But yeah, he does kick up really far. That's pretty nice. And goes back almost nothing. He does go back, you know, a little bit. He does have that thigh swivel, double jointed knees, does swivel on the boot. So I think so, right? Yeah, that's good. He does swivel on the boot, and his foot goes down that far, up that far, and does have the ankle pivot. So hell yeah, man. Let me just put the shield back here, just so I don't have it laying around. There you go. But yeah, that was Captain America's articulation. Not only does this Captain America looks fucking amazing, he also moves amazing as well. And yeah, man, can't say nothing else about this Captain America, man, but it's just well done. You know, even I don't know if I mentioned it, but even the, you know, it's painted well too. You know, I think I did mention that. But hell yeah, well done, Captain America. And for his accessories, they're actually right here. I don't have to go far for them. Matter of fact, give me 1 second. And here's Captain America with his accessory. And man, I love this shield effect so freaking much, man. I love how perfectly you can see through it, so you can see the shield. This just looks hella freaking nice. I love this effect for Captain America for his shield. That is just well made. I love the sculpt for the effect too. Just look at that. Really well done. And obviously, not only that, but you get a very, very good screaming head sculpt for Captain America. And he just looks mean, angry. I love this look for Captain America. I love this head sculpt. That looks really nice. And yeah, the paint is bit better on this Captain America. The ears still do that little, you know, blue thing, weird thing. That weird blue overlaps on the back of the ears. But nah, man, this head sculpt looks really freaking nice. The A is painted perfectly. The teeth are painted nice. The inside of the mouth is painted nice as well. The eyes, too. Everything is well painted. Really love that. The ears are good, too. The little feathers coming out the mask. So I love that. So yeah, you know, he comes with a good accessory right there for his shield. Good head sculpt. And not only does he come with, you know, that, he does come with other hands. And the different hands are, just give me 1 second, just popping off the head so I can put on the other head sculpt, because these hands wouldn't make too much sense with him screaming. But he also comes with thumbs up hands. Sorry for taking a little long. There you go. He comes with thumbs up hands. And I think that's pretty nice, man. I love that. Does that in the game, might as well bring him with some thumbs up hand sculpt. So that's really freaking nice. I love that. So yeah, comes with that. And not only does he come with one thumbs up, he comes with, dude literally comes with 2 thumbs up hand sculpts. That is cool. I love that. I give that 2 thumbs up, my friends. 2 thumbs up. But hell yeah. So he does come with that. But besides the 2 thumbs up, like, that's all he comes with. He comes with the shield effect. And he comes with a badass head sculpt. Screaming head sculpt. Here it is. One more look on that. Really well done. Love how that looks. Look at that guy. Really well made. Love how that head sculpt looks. So we got that. And like I said before, the shield effect and the shield itself. So yeah, not much accessories. But then again, Captain America doesn't really need that much accessories. You know, all the guy need is a shield, and that's it. Then, you know, you really don't need no other thing for Captain America besides some effects that we got, which is cool. But, you know, Captain America is not like Venom, you know. Somebody like Venom, he needs a little bit more accessories like tendrils and, you know, stuff like that. But not Captain America. All he needs is a shield and he's ready to go. But yeah, that was Captain America and his, you know, shield. And that was Venom right there as well. Now, I gotta say, this is a really, really good 2-pack. I really love this 2-pack. Captain America was well done, and Venom was so freaking well done as well. I think this Venom turned out a lot better than I thought. I thought I wasn't going to be so into this Venom, but this Venom is just, you know, the sculpt came out so nice. I love how the paint looks. It's just, this Venom, really well done, man. So both of these figures, hella freaking nice. I highly recommend this 2-pack if you want a good Captain America and Venom, because they both came out great. So yeah, that was Captain America and Venom. Let's get into some quick size comparisons before we end the video. And first off, for the size comparisons, I had to compare them next to the first Gamerverse 2-pack I've got with the Wolverine and Silver Samurai. They look so perfect with each other. I loved how this lined up look right here. I can definitely see a lot of cool pictures in my head already that I will take with all these guys. So I love how everybody looks next to each other. So there you go, next to the other 2-pack. And for some heavy hitters, here they are next to the Maximum Hulk and the Marvel Legends Blob. Really like how they sit next to them. And last but not least, here they are next to some Street Fighter characters. And obviously we have to have them next to some Street Fighters because, I mean, they are based off the Marvel vs. Capcom games. So it wouldn't make sense if we wouldn't put them up against some Street Fighters. Here they are next to some Storm Collectibles. Here he is next to Guile and E. Honda. Now, obviously, Storm Collectibles is a lot bigger, so they're not going to scale too well with Marvel Legends. I mean, if you want to take some good pictures, you can. You can, put them in an angle where the size difference won't be too obvious. But there is also this toy line, which I keep forgetting the name of, but they're making some good Street Fighter figures right now, and they're way better sized, way in better scale for the Marvel Legends. I think I'm going to start picking those up, and I'll even start reviewing them as well if I, end up picking them up. But, yeah, man, I had to have them next to some Street Fighter characters for the size comparisons. But, yeah, there you guys go. Next to Guile and E. Honda. But, yeah, I mean, that was the size comparisons, and that was my review of the Marvel Legends Gamerverse 2-pack Captain America and Venom 2-pack. And I just gotta say, man, this 2-pack, well done. Highly recommended. Like I said before in the video, and I keep saying it again, this Captain America is really well done, and this Venom is really well done. So, highly recommended. Wouldn't be disappointed if you guys picked it up. You guys will highly enjoy this a lot and having them on your shelves. But yeah, I mean, that was my review of this 2-pack. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.